Hey everybody, it's the Investments Lawyer, and today we're going to talk about the difference between closed-end funds and open-ended funds. And remember, nothing we talk about here is legal advice. For that, find an attorney. Okay, so the main difference between a closed-end fund and an open-end fund is that an open-end fund just kind of lasts forever, and a closed-end fund has a defined life with defined periods, and we're going to talk about each of them in this video. So first, a closed-end fund has a defined fundraising period, which is the period when the fund is accepting new investors. So this is usually 12, 18, maybe 24 months. On the other hand, open-ended funds can accept investors whenever, over the course of years or decades. A closed-end fund usually has a defined investment period, about 3 to 5 years, during which it makes new investments in new properties. On the other hand, in an open-ended fund, the fund can make investments whenever, it's open-ended. All right, moving on. In a closed-end fund, there's a defined fund term, which is usually about 10 years. So after 10 years, the fund shuts down. On the other hand, an open-ended fund has a perpetual term, so it can last forever until the GP finally decides to shut it down. Now, so are investors stuck forever? No. In an open-ended fund, investors can usually withdraw or redeem to get out of the fund, usually after a lockup period. So for example, after 5 years, investors can start pulling their money out. This is not a concept that's usually present in closed-end funds. Usually LPs are locked in for the life of the fund, so no redemptions unless the GP feels really nice and wants to let you out. So where do you find these funds in the wild? For closed-end funds, these are typically venture capital funds, private equity funds, and value-add real estate funds. And value add here also includes things like development, things where you're really changing the nature of the property. On the other hand, open-ended funds are very common in hedge funds and stabilized real estate funds, so things that throw off a decent amount of cash and things where you're not making major improvements. Okay, well, thanks for sticking with me in this video. As always, if you like this, would really appreciate it if you subscribe down there in the bottom right corner and tell your friends. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you in the next video.